just to tack on to that video there, that I'm gonna record the walk back as well, so that way, yeah, I could stay out there for another hour before the sun starts beating me down. But it being the first of the month kind of weighs on people's decisions. You're like, well, I just paid rent. It's like, yeah, but you got a check coming. You knew you had to pay rent. And they'll accuse me of mismanaging my funds. It's like, how do you mismanage $0? I don't understand. One guy gave me food. That was pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep this on to record the walk home, so that way you can actually get an idea. And sure, I could just tell you how long it takes to walk home, but I need to furnish evidence because, you know, people think I'm a liar. And I mean, I would too. As I said in the beginning of the video, my life is rather unbelievable. So, you gotta try. And morning. Fantastic. Hello, good morning. Good morning. How we going? Oh, and to add a little bit so yeah, more people told me to flip the sign around than what gave me money, which doesn't matter what the sign says. Most people can't read anyway. Doesn't matter what the sign says, because what words are going to change your heart? You know what I'm standing there for. You know why I'm there. I need money. And it doesn't matter what words I write down. But I know what they want. They want to see a sign that says, oh, praise God, blessed be, Jesus is our Savior. They're looking for that kind of stuff. And it's kind of funny because the people who are the most undignified, the people who won't even look me in my face, they usually got a cross hanging from their rearview mirror. So you add that one up, and it's kind of funny to me that people will say, oh, you gotta work. I earned everything I have. It's like, well, did you really though? Or were you born into a privileged position and then you kind of fell into success, right? So, yeah, I gotta go back to base camp. Most people can't read. It wouldn't matter what words were on here, even if they could read. I don't want to stand there and watch people try to sound it out. It'd be a waste of both of our times. And there's the off chance a Coca-Cola executive might see me and try to offer me an award for my dedication and love to Coca-Cola. That Coca-Cola executive will do more for me than any one of these people driving by, I guarantee you that. And I got to pet a dog. That's pretty cool. I like petting dogs. But not when they're in my house. And pissing and shitting all over the fucking place. Those, I mean, I'll pet those dogs too. I still love them. That's the thing, don't get it twisted. Just because I don't like animals in my house doesn't mean I don't like animals. But yeah, what's a guy to do? It's not my house, not my problem. And this guy who won't take up for me, like over his, which is fine. It's his money. You do what you want with it. But I don't know, dude. I know what his plan was, kind of, maybe, but I could be dead wrong because, again, this guy, he was the last person I worked for before everything really, really fell apart for me. And I don't know, just before Christmas of 2021, it was about the last job I had on that platform. And all of a sudden, nobody was hiring me. And I kept it moving as long as I could. And one day, he was like, hey, listen, I can put you up for a little while. And I don't know if he was expecting me to actually succeed and get work and be able to go handle my court case and come back and contribute financially to the household, which if I was doing all that, I'd feel a lot better and I'd just do the dishes and clean up the house anyway, because I'd have the energy to do it. And not just the energy, but like the desire and like that reason to live kind of feeling. But I got nothing going on, and he doesn't give a shit that I have nothing going on. In fact, it's annoying to him that I have nothing going on. So there I am. I'm a burden to myself and the people around me. I don't want to be involved. Oh, thank you. And without any kind of positivity going on in my life to even live for and want to be here, why the heck would I pick up this guy's slack? I don't know. I don't know. And I know he's not gonna tell his coworkers and girlfriend, this guy's great, he helps me out. Because when I was doing all the things, one of his coworkers would still come to the house, and I could tell that he's one of those people that once you're not right in front of them, he goes and tells everyone you're a horrible person, which is true, I am. But context matters. Reasons matter. And it's not that my reason matters above anyone else's. But this guy, he doesn't give me a reason. Alright, let's say you're in a position where you're trying to help someone and they're in your house, right? And you know that they want to work. Every once in a while they come to you and they're like, yeah, man, I kind of wish I was working. I hate bumming off of people. I don't like being in this position. You just gonna laugh it off? They're like, yeah, sucks to be you, huh? No. I believe that most people would help that person find a job and actually help get them on their feet. No. But when you want someone who's subservient within your domicile, you're not gonna do anything to help them become independent. No way. You got a guy that cleans up after your dog shit, fills the water bowl so you can stare at your phone and absorb random memes just to keep the dopamine flowing. I don't know. And who am I to judge, But at the end of the day, still kind of fuck that. You're not a human. You're not a human. Get out of your fucking phone. Be a person. Connect with people around you. Have your emotions. Feel your emotions. Talk about your emotions and experience with the people that you love. Don't keep them in your house subservient and then go around behind their back and tell everyone that they're a piece of shit. That doesn't help anyone. It might help you feel good, like catharsis in the moment, and you think that the person you're talking to is gonna hold you in some kind of reverence for having tolerance and oh look, you're doing so much to help this guy. But if that's really what you want, step up and help the guy. Don't just keep them in a position of dependence. that's one of the things I was hoping for in the country, and I didn't really see it as I'd love everyone to be independent citizens, soldier farmers who were home more than they're working, or at least working with their children to teach them how to be whole, independent warrior farmers, you know? But that's not what's going on. It's a whole lot of dependence and top to bottom, and it's basically a caste system, but slightly modified. A little bit of room for lateral movements, but the upward, nah, that ain't happening. Well, if you put in enough time with the right company, you will never make as much as the guy that owns it. And you will never work less than the guy that owns it. And then I know. There's a lot of independent business people out there who might be listening to this talking about, I started my company from the ground up. I was the only guy that did the work for 7 years, and before I could afford to hire my first little bit of help. I get that. But are those the businesses I'm talking about? No. Why would you think that's the business I'm talking about? I'm talking about corporations started by people who already had enough money. They're just throwing it on top of the pile. Playing keep away with the rest of us, I guess. And it's fun for them. It's a little game for them. You know, they oh, the line go up, oh, the line go down. And they don't realize, well, and even worse is if they do realize that there's actual humans on the other side of that. Grandparents getting kicked out of homes, children starving, so your line can go up or down. It's disgusting. And it's kind of intentional, like the design of it, where it's a graph that separated from, you know, that disconnect. It creates a disconnect, an illusion inside the mind. So, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't going to use this time to talk, but I talked anyway. I still got quite a ways to go before I get to where I'm going. So, I'm going to leave this running. Thanks for joining me and listening to the traffic sounds with me while I walk, you know. I appreciate that. But again, I'm recording this for a point. And I need you all to know how lazy I am. How little work I am willing to do for my own life. Take it how you want it. Sun don't shine forever. As long as we here, we might as well shine together. And I'm not going to cut it out exactly where I'm going, but like near it at least. Because I got to do a thing. Hopefully that gordita that guy gave me wasn't poison. Or maybe it was and I get to die today. That'd be cool too. That's another. If I'm so fucking lazy, how come I'm not fat? What's the deal with that? Lazy people get fat. That's just a fact of life. Although there is the argument to be made that you have to eat to get fat, so maybe that's why. Oh, what a surprise. I don't even think I got $5, bro, from being straight up. I don't know. Consider donating on Venmo and PayPal. There's no reason for anyone to even watch this video all the way through, but I gotta try, right? Smell the fresh cut grass, man. And all right, I'm about 20 minutes away from camp, and so I'm gonna end this, and cause I gotta stop and grab some necessities with my maybe $5, and then I gotta carry it, so I'm not gonna have hands. If you actually watch this nothingness, man, I appreciate you. You a G. But consider subscribing. Consider donating today on PayPal and Venmo. One of these days, I'm gonna do a thing. But probably not.